We good.
Boom.
Glad to have Candace here today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the connection time. Thank you.
Well, I mean, we had known each other before this.
I know, but he told you about it.
Yeah, I push buttons. That's what I do.
He pressed buttons. He was like,
I push buttons.
He's like, let's make it happen.
If we can't make it happen, then what we talking about?
Because the reality is that we've been looking for someone to kind of fill out the testosterone so there's not so much of it.
Yeah.
Right? And because when you honestly,
the female hormones
bring them. Because when you look at other podcasts, right? There's always that mix. There's guys and then there's like a female, and kind of add that different perspective so that it ain't just male's perspective on every single topic.
Yeah, because we need some. Yeah.
So we need that.
You do.
And they don't want to see our face all the time. I mean,
they're probably pretty excited about seeing you.
No, not at all.
I kind of bring it down, especially when I got these Cleveland hats on. Nobody don't want to see those, but
not at all. They
checking. He a sex symbol. They be like,
not at all, sir. No.
I'm gonna wear a Falcons hat next time.
Oh Lord. That's
I'm gonna wear a St. Louis hat. Now we can represent.
We can
represent the cities. Yes, right.
I feel like we did a show one time where we all wore jerseys or something. Everybody wore their favorite team.
Did we?
Well, the Falcons are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Wow.
I'm claiming that. I'm claiming it. I feel
like the Super Bowl ain't even happening right now, right? It's like
they're going next year.
I'm not a sports guy, so I can't even tell you when the Super Bowl is supposed to happen.
It's going to be in February 2027, and the Falcons will be there.
Yeah,
the Cleveland.
I mean, if it's scripted enough for them to be there, then they'll be there.
They'll probably be playing each other.
If it's scripted well,
Browns and the Falcons would be crazy.
If it's scripted well, they'll be there.
It would be a script if that happened because the current coach of the Falcons is the former coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Wow,
he was the coach last year,
and then
I didn't lose my coach. I got
coincidence.
He just moved from one of my teams to my other team because I do root for the Falcons for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, good.
Okay. As long as they're not playing Cleveland, I'm rooting for the Falcons.
Okay, good. Yeah, we cool then.
No, I don't want sports. Sorry, y'all. That could be y'all thing. So
yeah.
But man, Ty, how was the BBR film festival?
I thought it was good. It was a great event. Shout out to Butter and her team. They always put on a great event. It's a family affair over there. She got the kids, the mama, everybody working. That's dope. That's really how we need to move. Like we talk about in the indie space all the time, finding your team and finding your community. Mm-hmm. I mean, how dope is it to be able to find it under the same roof?
Yeah,
yeah. But the event was great. It was star-studded. It was, a lot of actors and some music artists out there as well.
Yeah,
it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I had the privilege of meeting Lil G.
Yeah,
from Silk.
Yeah,
so,
Mr.
That was
baby,
don't stop. Yeah, so I had a good chance to meet Mr. Lil G, and
that was dope.
That was dope. When
I'm the only person there shorter than me, so that was fire.
I'm probably shorter than you.
Huh?
I'm shorter than you.
I was thinking men.
I was thinking men's. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I seen like a 9-year-old going to the bathroom. He was smaller than me too.
So you were like, I'm good.
Yeah. Him and Lil G.
That's funny.
Smaller.
But yeah. It was great meeting Lil G, I was trying not to. I was like, hey, how's it going? Boom,
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was like, hey, can I fan out for a second? He was like, yeah, for sure. I was like, okay, cool. Lose Control, like that's my song.
I told him the same thing. I told him I was just listening to that last week.
Damn, I told you, Lil G. Since I
was a kid. That was like my second or third time maybe seeing them up close. But he's really cool. I love that song. I told him that is so crazy.
Yeah. That's I got the Silk album. I got the Silk album up there today.
It's a fire joint. It's a fire joint. Yeah,
it is.
It's funny too because I try to. In those moments, I try to, like be cool.
Yeah.
But in reality, like in high school, like I'm sitting on the phone singing Silk songs
like,
to girls.
Yeah. Girl, let me make you lose control.
So then to meet the dude that was truly singing them records is a cool experience.
I call him up. Yeah. Hello? Yes. Freak me, baby.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
Freak me, baby. Just like that. Like, I can imagine a teenage high.
Yeah.
You know,
I was giving
like,
them the
yeah,
business.
I bet you were.
Yeah, they like, I didn't know you could sing.
Hey, but back in the day, that was the thing, though. Back in the day, that was the thing, right? You recorded your message,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your favorite song. When
Silk probably was on my voicemail at one point. I'm sure.
Absolutely, I'm sure. Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm saying like teenagers, just teenage boys, when they like a female in high school, have well, especially back in my day, right? Mastered the art of getting another woman, or they're not at the woman age yet, but another high school female to be like interested in you, because there was little tricks that we would do, like. So as an example, let's say I'm writing you a little love letter, right? I'll put a little dabble, y'all can find this great, little dab of water on the edge of the page to symbolize that as I was thinking of you, I was shedding a little tear.
Oh,
I wasn't shedding a little tear. So because
you was laying it on thick.
Right. Hey, because it'd be, oh, you crying up? Hey, I was thinking of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just,
And they was like,
oh my gosh. No, not really for me, because I was really trying hard, but we already know I was wearing BCGs back in the day.
You don't have it up here. Let's see if he got it.
What's that?
No, we don't have it up here. I thought you had it one time. Ooh. That Jodeci album, you did that.
Yeah.
Cry for you.
Yeah, the Jodeci's over there right now. Yeah. But
so you got some posse. Let me find out you be singing.
Ty be singing though.
Yeah.
Don't let him get.
I didn't know that you sing.
I do a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He be laying down rough demos and you know what I'm saying, reference tracks.
I would love. I gotta hear Ty sing now when we get done. I gotta hear.
Putting you on the spot.
I mean, I do a little something.
Put you on the spot.
Okay, I would love to hear you sing.
I don't be doing stuff.
But man, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Indie Unplugged. Man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. You're right, Ty. It's been a while since we did a face-to-face one. There's been a lot of things that's been going on. Been lifing, right?
Right.
Like I said, next week is the anniversary, 26 years. So we definitely won't be even here.
Yeah,
to
salute to that.
To even celebrate.
Yeah.
And then after we get back, then it'll be in person.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because we try to keep it on the same schedule.
Okay.
That way we don't mess up stuff.
Absolutely.
So even though next week is supposed to be virtual, we'll skip the virtual and move right back to being in person again.
Got
right.
you.
So you're welcome to join us if you would like to.
I'll be here.
Boom. But let's get into these topics, man, because we got 4 topics tonight. The last topic I definitely want to talk about, and I want Candace opinion on this last topic, because we're going to get into it. But the first topic is all about Lander is launching a fair trade AI program, right? So Lander has launched its fair trade AI program, an opt-in initiative that allows independent artists to voluntarily license their music for AI training in exchange for some bread and some ongoing revenue sharing. Look, Ty already shaking his head. Unlike many AI platforms criticized for using copyrighted works without permission, Lander's like, we're going to take a different approach, because their model is built around artist consent and compensation, raising the question of whether ethical opt-in licensing could become the new standard for AI music development. They got 30,000 artists so far.
Do you know how much they're getting paid?
It said they start off at $5
per song.
$5 for what? Yeah,
per data set. Like, I was reading this article.
So what's a data set? Is it like one song or 10 or?
I don't know if they really clarify what a data set is, right? But they did say, where's it at? And they get 20. Well, no. At the center of the initiative is a limited time $5 per track cash advance program. I mean, it's like beat licensing, right? So
it's not.
I mean, y'all already selling beats for like $5 anyway. So it's the same thing, right? They got 30. This initiative now includes more than 30,000 artists who are licensing their music for AI training with Lander. It's 30,000.
So I would need to see the details first. I'm the black and white details guy.
I know.
But when you say $5 per track advance, that sounds like to me that they're recouping the $5.
Yes, sir.
So once you've made $5, once you've made $10, you'll get your $5.
And they'll get their $5.
Yeah, but they gonna probably get their $5 first.
Of course. I mean, it's like a label,
Here,
right?
we'll put $5 in your account. You don't know when this song or if this song makes any money anyway. It might have made $500. Here go your $5 back, buddy. Like, because if you're part of a learning model, you don't know how frequently people are prompting for things that your music fits what they need to complete their request. It could be every prompt. It could be none of the prompts, right? So you could never get your $5 back, and they because they're gonna be like, it was in advance, so we gave you the $5, but in reality, how do you know if it's generating revenue? Now we're at a scenario where no different than the label. If you want to validate that your money was right, we're talking about an audit. Now you auditing Lander to see
if you got You know, one thing I can appreciate is that they are at least offering to compensate. It's not, to me, it's that's gonna barely buy me a lunch.
Yeah, in this day and age,
that's barely buying me a lunch.
Large fry, that's
that's it. But what I do appreciate about it is at least they are giving them something, offering, and they're leaving it up to you. Me personally, would I do it? Not for $5.
Well, think about how many tracks somebody may have. Let's say I got 100 tracks, right?
Okay,
so
if you put it
probably
that
got
way.
a limit too.
That's true.
They didn't say that there was a limit, but there may be, maybe in the terms and conditions.
I bet
there may be a limit as to how many tracks.
Maximum $500 advance.
Right. So they didn't say if there was a limit.
Yeah, I need to see the details.
Yeah.
On that,
so
Jack.
I look.
You thinking, because I didn't even think of it.
And you know what? Let me just say this too. And this is it's the world we live in. Humans, I hate y'all.
He said humans.
I really do. I hate humans. The thing about this is Lander was smart enough to know and see that if they offer money to people in the line of work that we are in, we all know this phrase to be true. Somebody will do it. If you say, I'm not writing unless I'm getting paid, guess what? They just move on to the next person because somebody will write for free. That's right.
Yeah.
If you say, I am all my tracks, I need to get 15 grand per track. And they're like, well, I only got 5,000. You like, well, I can't do it for 5,000. You know what they're thinking? Well, somebody will do it.
Somebody will do it.
So Lander is going to capitalize off the fact that there is always somebody who will do it. You guys know I also do things in film and television. And there are AI sites that have a setup where it works the same way with actors. So when you see these people's likeness and faces, some of those are actually real people, not made by AI, by putting faces together. There are sites where actual actors can go and give licensing rights to AI companies to use their likeness for their models.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got actors over here saying, down with the AI, it's going to take our jobs. And then you got Joe Schmo over here that might have been like a walking extra in the back of a 1980s movie. He still got his SAG card, and he you could use my face.
I don't care. Use my face.
And so there again, it becomes you won't do it, but somebody will.
Well,
and that's what Lander is banking on. Lander's like, if you won't do it, somebody will.
But do you also think that creatives get some sort of gratification? Like, well, at least I got something for it. But do you think that might be?
That's part of the humans that I don't like, though.
Yeah.
We find a way to justify something. It's like, oh, my arm got chopped off. Well, at least I got both my legs. Okay, well, let me see you give somebody a hug then. Let me see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll
that's
give me a hug. Yeah, that's what I thought. You talking about, well, at least you got them legs. Don't wrap them around me.
That's hilarious.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah.
Yo.
That's another human thing.
But here's the thing. We know somebody's going to do it.
Yes.
Because they already have more than 30,000 artists.
And I even take that with a grain of salt. How many people have Lander subscriptions?
you probably would be amazed at how many people actually, from an entirety of the music community.
But would you think it's more than 30,000?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Right. Because it's a lot of engineers, a ton of engineers.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And some producers, right?
Yeah.
So maybe none of them actually have catalogs that they could sell. But the 30,000 artists, which is probably all of the artists,
well,
probably, and it probably was not even a proposal. It's probably an opt-in.
Well,
click this box if you want to get $5 off.
It may be, right? But it does talk about how the fact that
we're gonna have to do have a circle back session,
a deep dive into it.
A circle back session where we circle back on one of the topics and where we get a little bit more information and in depth, so we can let people know.
It said that this has been going since 2024. They initiated it in 2024, and they're now at the stage where they're ready to launch it. It's the new phase, which is introducing upfront payment and their expanded revenue model. Because not only do they get the $5 per track, but they also get 25% of the net resulting revenue, and which is allocated to participating artists, because they have lander distribution, and so they now have the point where you can use their release importer tool if you have another distributor set up somewhere with your music. You can port your music over very easily, as they stated, using their release importer tool, allowing artists to migrate existing releases to lander distribution without restarting from scratch. So not only do I get the $5 per track, but I also get the 25% of net resulting revenue that could be allocated to me based upon however this is being used. So payments are distributed proportionally based on the number of tracks contributed. I see Ty's face over there, right? So here's the thing. Lander's like, we are giving you an opportunity
to get residual money,
to get some residual money. We know AI is here. We know AI is using music to train, these LLM models, and we want to pay you for it if you want your music to be included into this AI program that we have just launched. Now, what are the caveats tied to that? Well, they did say that you retain ownership of your catalog. That was something that they pointed out, that you keep is ownership of your catalog. They don't own your catalog. I mean, but we know how terms and conditions work.
Yeah.
People don't really read.
They don't read it.
Right.
Until something happens, and they're like, well, it's in the terms and conditions. Right. If you want to hide information, put it in the terms and conditions.
But here's something that goes back to what Ty was talking about. It says artists opt in to participate and retain control over their catalog, opting out of future data sets at any time. Those receiving in advance can opt out after their advance is recouped.
Told you.
Or after 24 months, whichever comes first. So even if they don't recoup everything, you can still opt out after 2 years.
Okay. Ty, how much would they have to pay you per song?
Ty's like, they don't got to pay me none.
It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
If they told you they was going to pay you $50,000 per song, you wouldn't do it?
Per song.
Well, they're not. I don't know. They can pay 50 grand per song.
Not, but yeah.
So here's what I would do, because I'm I would literally create
songs just specifically for that.
Yes.
That you're not precious about. That you like. I don't
care
really
nothing about them. They be
throwaways.
Baby booty shaking, knocking like a.
Oh, so you making songs that are here today?
Dookie for 2.5 minutes. Here you go. I sure would. Give me my 50K. I would run it up at that rate.
I wonder if there's certain song criteria that they are using to determine what songs they're going to be using to train their AI models. I mean, is it any and every type of songs? Can I turn in a song full of hand claps? Would that work? Maybe not. Right? They don't have like an MDRC. So I mean, these we don't know.
I mean, technically, theoretically there is sort of an MDRC, because if there's a recoupment, like you can't get out for 2 years until they have recouped.
We get them, but it's only recouping the money though.
Right. That means it's a dollar amount. So MDRC is usually like a X number. It might be the number might be 10, Well, they're basically saying, well, our number is whatever percent of your catalog that you've given us. And until we get that number, we ain't got nothing for you.
For you.
Yeah. Because we're giving you the advance already.
Yeah.
And so until
the same way in a publishing deal, they give you an advance and then you got to meet the MDRC.
They getting their money back,
and if you don't meet the MDRC, you don't get out of the deal. So they continue to take a percentage of whatever you do get.
That's right.
But that goes to knowing the business.
Yeah.
And knowing the business and reading the terms that a lot of people don't do.
That's a fact.
Because I guarantee you a lot of people have opted into that and don't know what the heck is going on.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always do these programs on those subscription-based platforms where, you know, like let's say you've been there a long time or you're a high frequency user. They send the stuff to you first to be like the phase 1 rollout, the test, the beta, right? A lot of beta programs, I've got artists that I've worked with, they end up having an opportunity to try out new software that Spotify is using or Apple is using or Amazon is using because of the pieces behind the scenes that they're already using from those subscription sites. So they've already got a database of what will and what will not work.
Yeah.
And probably to your point, if you don't have a catalog that's, I don't know though, because if it's like
a boo-boo catalog.
If I got 20 tracks and I opt in, does it matter what my 20 tracks are? I think for a learning model, you need everything.
That's what I was gonna say. They probably want everything.
You need stuff that's bad.
But what's really bad though? Because music is very subjective. What you might think
that's
a great point.
I'm sure that's
stuff that's bad, but you might think this is bad. I might be like, I actually kind of like
an album full of screams is crazy.
Yeah, well,
you'll be surprised.
I'm sure somebody would like that.
Somebody will be like, that's really cool.
Yo, I love the way they scream. I love the way they scream in that song. Like, look how they like, oh, like, I love that. Like,
yeah.
But once again, people are weird because that'd be weird to hear an album full of this screams.
Man.
But here's the thing: people like ASMR too, AMSR, ASMR. However, I don't like it when people just make sounds of
any kind of sound.
It's weird, like.
Or even like the whole like mukbang type situation.
Mukbang thing is crazy though.
It's wild. But a lot of it is based on the sonic as well as the visual.
But it goes back to what you said Wednesday at the BBR event. There's really a place for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even something that may sound really dumb, you'd be surprised. Have you ever heard something be like, how the heck did this make it in there? How did this even get on? How did this get there? It's a place for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I say I think they probably would take mostly anything because you need
and the price point, you really can't be picky at $5.
Well, here's the thing
$5 per track.
Here's the thing. Let's say you come to them with 50 tracks. I bet they're gonna have somebody actually listen to your catalog before they give you $5 for all 50. If it's like 10, 15, they probably like sign up and go about their business. But I'm sure there's a threshold, there's a dollar amount. Like, okay, if it's over $500, I gotta advance this person.
Somebody listening.
I'm about to listen to this catalog to see. Yeah, they can't have no bubble making sounding boop, 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 doing that for 2.5 minutes.
Maybe. I'm looking at Lander's the actual website of where they talk about this whole thing. Qualifying track. Oh, so qualifying. What's a qualifying track?
See, there you go.
See,
right? What is a qualifying?
Does it give a definition or no?
I'm looking at it
because qualifying sounds like it's got specific parameters. You got to be this long. It's got to be this sonic quality.
So we license rights verified music to rights verified music, right? Music. So of course you got to be the person that actually is the owner of this music, right? Which makes me think that it has to be 100% your music.
Yeah.
No splice.
That's what I was gonna ask. Can you use AI? Can you use that?
AI,
splice.
Probably. I mean, but splice.
Everybody use splice.
Everybody use splice, but it's not. But then again, it's not rights verified because
anybody can use it, right?
Because anybody can use it, and once it becomes like a major placement, and that it gets copywritten, it's no longer royalty free in a sense where you can it's no longer, because you don't own it anyway. You own nothing from Splice.
How does that work anyway? Let's say I sample a Kanye West song, and the Kanye West song has a splice.
It never will, but
right,
but yeah.
right. Like, I automatically gotta pay the producer or
my understanding,
give them credit for that sample. I wonder, just because that was always my thought with Splice, was it don't matter how many times it gets used or who uses it. It's
the original
free.
rights holder. The original rights holder is the person who created it and has licensed it to Splice for mass usage.
Right. And you don't have to like.
Oh no, Splice has licensing.
They have licenses. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, they have usage license. But anytime you download a sample, it'll ask you to create a usage license for the sample.
Really?
And, yes, and because I have a Splice account, and so in the terms, well, once you get the license, it'll list every single sample that you downloaded that you have permission to use.
Really?
Yes, and that's why some producers will say, "Oh, I can use this because I have the terms and I have the rights right here. I have the license right here." Yep.
Really?
I actually have had a few producers actually show me and tell, because I've asked, can you really use this, especially when it comes to sync? He was like, "Yeah, I can," and I'm gonna tell you why. This is why.
Yeah, it was so crazy when I went to so Akai, who makes the MPC, had a event here in Atlanta. And Brian Michael Cox was there.
Oh, cool.
And he was up there doing this thing. And he was like, "Yeah, I use Splice." And he brought up a whole Splice loop. And he was like, "Yeah, I love Splice. I'm using it." And he made the whole beat right there as he was using. Using Splice.
Yeah, most of the producers that I've worked with on the projects that we've released, I make fun of them for using Splice to basically try to intimidate them out of using it.
Good luck.
I just like
good luck.
The more authentic and original the music, the less headache in my mind. But I mean, I know the majority of producers use Splice.
It's
all of them.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Almost. Even as a producer myself, I use Splice.
Even if they chop it and screw it and change it up, they using it.
They using it. Everybody
getting ideas.
Splice. Yeah, that nice guitar riff that you use. That's dope. Came from Splice.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard songs. Rihanna's Birthday Cake came from a loop pack.
Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso came from one. Somebody, a producer, showed me that. He was like, "That was just a Splice loop."
Yeah, Drake's got several songs
a whole bunch
or Splice loops.
Maybe I shouldn't put it out there, but I am anyway. I mean, maybe he just admitted it to me. But anyway, there was a producer that I know. We know.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. He was like, "Yep, sure did."
And I was like, "Hey, I know this song. I got this. I got the pack that this came from." I was like, "Did you use it?" He was like, "Heck yeah." So he like, "Sure did." Yeah. Because and that song
was a hit.
Was a hit song. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hit song.
Yeah. Okay, not like a hit, like
not like a
hood. A hit.
I'm talking like a hit.
A
record label. Yeah, like, major distribution release, major artist release. Yeah.
Superstar major artist release.
Oh, we talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me get back. We license rights verified music to AI developers on your behalf, and you earn 25% share of net licensing revenue distributed based on the number of qualifying tracks you contribute to the data set. Qualifying tracks can also earn upfront fees of $5 paid straight into your Lander account. Only distributed tracks with full recording and publishing rights are eligible. Lander curates the tracks added to the data set, and you can opt out of future data sets at any time. Talks about, you earn that.
Okay, the key there too also is Lander curates.
Yes.
Which means it's not automatic that every song gets in. Now, the irony of that is they're probably using AI to analyze the song to decide whether or not they're going to put it in. Nobody's actually sitting there listening to
it.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not. And so they got their FAQ that goes through the whole thing, talks about, what am I agreeing to when I opt in? Like, I want to
know what the definition of qualifying track is.
Let me see if that's
we know it's one that you have to own basically the copyright or the registration for, because they said that A qualifying track has to be one that's copyright registered. Woo woo yambity yab yam. But like what are the stipulations? Can I submit an interlude? Or does it have to be a certain length? Can I submit an acapella and the full track version? Is that two different ones?
Tracks, or is it the same?
That's two different tracks.
Yeah,
Or they gonna say that though? That's a good point.
Yeah, like, can you opt in? What is it?
What if I do a pop version, an R&B version,
but
a
it's the same
version,
song?
but it's
That's
the same
right.
song.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
What elements of my music gonna be used? How is 25% calculated? Blah blah blah.
Oh, how is it 25% calculated? Because to me, I feel like that's a reindeer game anyway. You don't. There's no way you know.
That's why I like Ty, because you know what I'm saying. Like we could get into a topic and actually like talk about that topic. So the 25% share is calculated based on the number of tracks each artist contributes to the data set. For example, if your track is one of 10,000, you will receive 1/10,000th of the 25%.
Straight reindeer game. I mean, think about that. That's less than pennies. Now we're back into the same stream game. Yeah. So you basically have to build up enough granulates to get a piece of sand.
Yeah.
So when you rather, for me, instead of building up granulates for that, I'd rather put that energy into building my own ecosystem.
See, here's the thing. Just to again, I hate humans, but there's going to be somebody who's like, I want any and every opportunity for my music to be heard, for my music to make money. So if I can afford to have the subscription to Lander, and this is something that they're going to actually advance me $5 for, I may not even care about the $5. I really just care about
the music being heard
out there, thinking that it's gonna matter. It's not, because it's gonna be.
How much is a Lander subscription? How much is a Lander subscription?
They probably start as cheap as $19.99, but for those services, it's probably you probably got to have like the ultimate package.
So you won't even really probably be making enough money to cover
have like the $69.99
the subscription.
What Lander do? Tell on them.
Are you for real? $5 advance per eligible track with fair trade AI. Promo ends in 3 days, 4 hours, 6 minutes, and 14, 13, 12. 11,
they got a
10.
countdown. So that's a promo only.
It's a promo.
So
just to get people in early to try to give people incentive to sign up now.
That's
it's like, if you don't sign up, we're not going to keep
you're
not going to get your $5. Yes, the opt-in for Lander account to join the $5 advances closes July 20th, 2026, with first payments being expected by the end of July.
So this is just a rollout promotion.
Unlimited distribution, if you join Lander distribution, starts at $2 per month. So it's a promo. So you not even guaranteed to get after July 20th, there's no $5 for you. So, no.
So I wonder, are they still accepting songs after them? Or you're just not going to get paid?
You're just not going to get the $5 cash advance.
Right.
Reindeer games.
Straight up.
Hey, Lander, I need somebody from Lander to be on here to kind of talk about this. I'm reaching out to y'all, Lander.
There you go.
We're going to get y'all maybe virtually, and then we could, because
let's do that.
We need some conversation.
I got some questions, and Brian,
we got some conversation we need to happen over here.
Yeah, you got to make it make sense.
That's right. All right, let's talk about the next topic.
Okay.
I think you sent this to me. Did I send this to you, or you sent it to me? I think I sent this to you.
I don't remember.
But okay, so Rico Love recently argued that the music industry has become overcrowded because virtually anyone can release music.
Yes.
Making it harder for quality artists to stand out. Comparing today's industry to a party where everyone is invited, he suggested
sent that to you. I remember that. Yes.
He suggested that the decline of traditional gatekeepers has removed an important layer of quality control, reigniting the debate over whether gatekeepers limited opportunity or help audiences discover the best music. What's y'all stance on gatekeepers? I got some thoughts. Gatekeepers. Let's talk about it.
What you got?
Let's talk about it.
I think it's a great time, and I think it actually helps those with quality music rise to the top. I think the cream is going to rise to the top, me personally. And again, I think music is very subjective. What you think may be a good quality song, we're going to talk about that next. I may think it's a terrible song.
Right.
So what I like about being able to put out music anytime you want is I always go for the underdog. So it gives people like me, people who don't have a label backing, people who don't have a big budget, people who don't have money. We can record a song today, right now, and have it up tomorrow, if maybe, or at least by the next day if we rush it. So me personally, I like the way things are. I think it has kind of leveled the playing field to a degree. I think if you have some talent, if you have some, which we know this is, I tell people all the time, I feel like talent is maybe like 2% of the music business almost, because it's like so much business. Like it's all business. Like the getting the song is the easy part. But if you have talent, if you have a story to tell, if you have a team, if you got some tenacity, some elbow grease, even if you ain't got a whole bunch of money, you may move slow, but you either got time or money with anything that you're doing. Right. So I feel like it gives everybody a chance and a shot to be heard. And I feel like we just talked about this. There is a spot for just about anything. It's like niche marketing. I think everybody can find their niche. Now, some stuff that be out, I'm gonna let you talk, because I feel like some of the stuff that's out that's backed by major labels ain't necessarily quality.
Yeah.
It may have the quality as far as the sound, and they got the money, because I hear stuff all the time. I'm like, how did this even get here? Because they had the marketing dollars behind it. So to me, I like it because it leveled the playing field. That's my opinion. I have more thoughts, but I'm gonna let y'all go on.
Yeah, I would say I don't know, there's so many layers to this.
It is.
There's so many layers to this, but I mean, at the end of the day gonna end. So
okay,
if the music is good, it will be heard. But the magnitude is what. Here's my issue. I love the fact that that the music industry has opened up in a way that allows people to release music on their own. I think there's a multitude of artists, producers, writers, engineers that deserve to be heard, and they're not going to get that opportunity at every label, or maybe even just in the near future, to Candace's point about like being able to release a song tomorrow, or you know, in 3 days you literally got a record out. I think that that's fantastic. I do believe that there is a lot of extracurricular noise that makes it more difficult for those independent artists who do have talent to be heard. Because I may be the independent artist that doesn't have a dime. Another independent artist has 10 grand and they can promote better than me. They're going to get heard more than me just based off the sheer.
But haven't the labels been doing that though?
Yes. However, there's far more of us in the independent space. So now we're talking about what would have been a puddle of, because think about even as much as 5 or 10 years ago, every label had basically 5 acts that you love and 15 that you never heard of. Well, 15 ain't creating so much noise that you can't overcome that with dollars to make sure that those larger artists still get heard, right? However, now us in the independent pool, it's not 5 versus 15.
Yeah.
It's 1 versus 1 billion.
You're right.
People putting out songs, and there's probably, you know, it's again subjective, but I bet we all have our own separate 10,000 artists that we would rather hear over a billion, right?
This is true.
Each individual person. So then it becomes the noise of, how do you find your niche? How does your niche find you? How does that person who loves your music find you if they've got to dig through? Because think about how often you open your streaming platform and you see an artist you've never seen before. Every time you open it.
I don't.
You don't, even on social media.
Look, I don't. Because I listen to the same
every day
music.
you're on social media, you see an artist.
Lately.
You see an artist and you like, I never seen this artist before. I never heard of him before. True. And guess what? Once you click past him, you probably never see him again unless you just are so locked in on a specific genre and they're, in that genre, and it's going to keep suggesting them as a similar artist. But I just think there's a lot of noise, and I'm down with it, man. Bring back gatekeeping, because I feel like if gatekeeping was working the way it was supposed to work, we would have never had mumble rap. We had mumble rap because the gate started to open. And it has just been, and to your point, subjectively, some people loved the whole, what was it, like Yachty and
Uzi Vert and all
Uzi and they love that era. There was a couple 2-3 bangers in there, but for the most part, the entire 3 years was hot garbaggio, and we had to live through that.
Here's my thing. And I posed a question on the clip, and it's still sitting there today, unanswered. My question is, who determines who's a gatekeeper? What criteria do we use to say this person's a gatekeeper versus this person's a gatekeeper? Is it based upon that you're a famous person? Is it based upon that you have a certain amount of accolades within the music space? Is it you've written so many songs that are XYZ number of hits? Like, how do we determine? I am all for quality control, right? Y'all know, well, you may not know, but Ty know. I am a Motown fan, and I love the Motown era.
Assembly line, how they did it.
And what they were able to do from that perspective, from a quality control perspective. But who determines, in today's era, Rico made the statement, but never qualified what or who or the criteria of what a gatekeeper is. Is it somebody at the label? Is it an A&R? I mean, the A&R is kind of like a dead term because we now live in a space where I can release music. I don't really need you to A&R my music or to sign me to a label or to perform those functions of an A&R like how they used to perform those functions. So, but as a gatekeeper, what does it now mean to be a gatekeeper? Because I'm sure there was probably music that was great music, but because maybe a person had a particular bias towards that person, or they didn't like it, they personally didn't like it,
or they didn't like the person,
I don't like you as the person.
I don't want you to do it because I want this person to do it. I mean, it's politics.
So that was my question to them on that clip: is how do we determine, or what criteria are we using to say that this individual is a gatekeeper? Because there's probably some people out there today that will be horrible gatekeepers, but they're in positions.
Yeah, that has never changed. The gatekeepers are chosen. Sometimes the music doesn't choose them. Somebody else, a person, chooses them. And we know that there are eras of music that were bad because the gatekeepers were bad. The A&Rs were bad. We know that. As a good, bad example, we know that Alicia Keys' first album had, 18 tracks on it, but only 4 good songs.
Look,
so the same A&R, that would have had to take credit for a completely lopsided album instead was able to take credit for the 4 great songs. Because they were all hits, right? Those 4 were hits, the ones that were singles. So then that person automatically has the ability to say what is going to work for the next person. So it's kind of like the people get picked, but then they have to earn their right to stay. And then that's how you end up with, great projects, labels that have strong artists. It is a trial and error thing, and no answers are going to be all the right answers in the world of A&R. But that we really need to get back to that, because now as artists, when you get into this whole singles, artists sometimes aren't looking at it from a body of work perspective. They're doing it as a song by song type scenario, whatever the vibe was on that session on that night. Everybody swear every song in the world need to hear this one, right? Every last one, the world need to hear it. So but you have no identity in terms of your artistry until you've got a sonic or a similar sound that people know. When somebody say, "Ooh yeah," you already know what you know who. Yeah, right. You know who does that. You know where it came from. It's part
and
of.
Can't nobody else do no ooh yeah either
Because it's a rap, right?
It's a rap.
It's locked in. Like when
you stole that.
If they do it, like when I did it, you knew it belonged to somebody else. Boy, that don't belong to you. So finding those moments and finding that identity is something I think that having an executive of some kind or somebody that's overseeing projects, I think that's important, even for the independent artists.
If you're going to gatekeep, you need to also go back to artist development. That's my perspective. If you're going to gatekeep music and you're going to say this song can't make it or this song, then my own personal perspective is you're gatekeeping someone who hasn't fully, maybe they got potential, but they haven't fully developed themselves into being an artist that can be a star in some aspect. So you're going to gatekeep this individual because they're not at this point yet, but that person needs some development, as anybody would do at a label. They would, hey, we're going to take you, we're going to develop you, we're going to make you into an artist, and we're going to, pay for your studio time, develop your sound, and craft an album and a body of work that sounds, really good. But if you're just going to gatekeep just to gatekeep to say, I don't like them songs, you got to at least figure out, okay, how do I develop the people, the artists, so that they can get better versus just saying, nah, I don't like that. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with you, and I think that kind of brings up a point where all of these like TikTok artists were like able to like do awesome on TikTok and online, but they couldn't sell no tickets to shows. Did you hear about that? They couldn't even sell any tickets to the shows. And when you came back and you said something, Ty, like, how do I stand out? Well, there's more competition, so that's a good question. How do I stand out? And I think it goes back to what you were saying, artist development. What is my story? Like, why am I making music? Who is this music for? You're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. I think now you have to have a team. You have to treat it like a business. That's why I keep saying the song and being in the studio and creating, that's the fun, easy part. Mm-hmm. But the real work starts is, how are we going to get this? Because how many songs come out on Spotify a day? Like 100,000 or
probably more.
That's what they say. Crazy. Uploaded is 100,000 a day. And it's the fatigue of it all. There's so much music, even for the creatives, that it's like you put out a song and then your song is out there, but you're ready to move on to the next song as an artist, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it is so hard for me to get an artist to promote a song for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, because now it's old. It's like, I need to move to the next one.
Yeah, like it's something about, again, the human brain, but I can almost to a T, it's 2 weeks. That's it. But they're going to push a song for 2 weeks.
That's an issue.
It is. It's part of the reason why gatekeeping makes sense, because
it does.
Those people who are gatekeeping have made an investment to ensure that those 4 songs on that Alicia Keys album were a hit.
Why you keep saying Alicia Keys? Is that?
I like Alicia Keys.
I like Alicia Keys as an artist, but
she only had 4 on the first one.
Alicia Keys has never had a good album. She's always had amazing songs on the albums.
Not even the Diary of Alicia Keys?
The Diary of Alicia Keys was good now. I still
go back and check it out.
But it probably didn't have that many.
It did.
Go look at the number.
All those songs.
The number of songs. I mean, it's like 5 good songs on there, and it's like 1 that's cool, but it's like 18 joints.
I mean, it ain't Mary J. Blige My Life, so we good.
The My Life album is skip less.
Skip less.
Okay, whoever A&R that, they A.
You already know who A&R doing it.
What was it? Kedar?
No. What was that dude name?
The writings on the wall. Destiny's Child is skipless too.
Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Isn't that what you said last time we were talking about? Because you didn't know that Diddy was the actual person that was behind the creation of the Mary J. Blige My Life album, just as he was with what's the 411.
And we looked it up because I was like, it's no way Diddy handled all of this. There's no way. I mean, it don't even sound like his.
Yeah, Sonics. But you got
every song would have had a sample. Every song would have been take that.
You got a producer like Chucky Thompson.
Yeah, though? Chucky had his foot off in it.
Chucky was like, I'm in here.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite producers. People slept on Chucky Thompson.
But guys, I think this goes back to having a plan and having a team and doing the A&R thing. I mean, there's a
but that's gatekeeping.
That's gatekeeping.
It is gatekeeping.
Technically,
it is. But it's like you said, you're doing it in the right way. It's like, don't chastise me and then don't even tell me what I did wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna say your song's trash, and then
okay, so what? So why? It. Tell me so I can fix it.
Nah, see?
That sounds beautiful. Let me tell you, I have not met the artist yet that is open to feed. I have not met an artist yet.
Ty,
let me tell you, when someone plays a song for you, when an artist plays a song for you, do you think they want to hear anything about something not sounding good?
They do not.
Or something not sounding right? Or something being wrong? They don't. I went to an event where we actually gave people feedback on like 5 things on their songs, right? People were coming up to me and playing songs for me that were on their Spotify. So what good is my feedback truly doing you? Are you going to take it down off of Spotify if I say, you know what, those drums aren't mixed right? Or you know what, that second verse was a little weak. It could have been better. You're not gonna say, oh, you know what, I appreciate that feedback. Let me go take that down. No.
What if they don't take it down? But what if they take it into consideration for like another track? Like,
I'm a hater. They think I'm hating. Immediately when you say something is wrong with the song, you're a hater.
Well, I get that, but but see, the thing, that's the only way you're gonna get better. Because for me personally, when I ask for feedback, I want you to tell me, and I ask people who I know gonna tell me the truth.
Yes.
Well, you're probably in a different mentality, in a different mind space.
Again, you're in the ocean. So
you're just a little guppy in this ocean.
You're in the ocean. This independent space that we're in where we can all upload a song in 48 hours. You're in the ocean, right? You've got the perfect mindset to actually be on the other side of the gate.
Yes.
Because they only really want or need artists that are willing to do whatever's going to get the best result, and not so. I always tell
precious about it.
I tell artists when I work with them, I don't marry any line that I write.
Don't be so precious about it.
If the line need to be rewritten, or if the melody need to change, I'm not married to nothing in here. We can change it all for the love of getting it right.
I always say that. I just want a good product.
Yeah.
And with so
but a lot of artists are like, it's done. I already did it.
No.
I'm playing it for you because I want you to hear how fire I am.
This whole thing.
Yeah.
Ego's a kill.
Yeah, I had a guy take me in the studio and play his entire project for me. It was the opposite of hot. Okay, so but with every song, he's like, got you with this one. Got you
what
with this
genre
one.
Was it?
Body roll. I can't tell you. That'd be a dead giveaway.
He said body roll.
That'd be a dead giveaway.
Okay.
But it was like, dude, these songs, they're mixed, they're mastered, they're still the opposite of hot. But at this point, what can I tell you other than, like, what do you say to truly be authentic in those moments?
What did you say? Because I would love to see that, because you're going to tell the truth. So what did you say?
I was like, it's different. Like, you're doing something different. You definitely, Like,
see, if somebody told me that you're doing something different, then I would be like, you don't like it, do you?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's different. It's different. But then, you go into another room where guy plays something and he's like, give me your feedback. And, you're like, man, this song is really good, but I would go back and touch that mix again. The mix on the vocal is not where it needs to be. Hey. The song wasn't released yet. So do I think that person will actually heed the feedback? Probably so. More likely than the person who's playing the joint for me off of their Spotify.
I have a question about that. Can I ask y'all something? Because it's very subjective. What do you do with that feedback? Because what are your suggestions for what do you do with that feedback? If I have a song, I let 3 different people listen to it. For me, if everybody's saying the same thing, that mix needs to be touched, I'm gonna go for that. But what if you got like somebody you got all these different opinions, and I think that's why it's really important to get people who will be honest. You don't need to get well, my mama tell me the truth. If it's bad, she's gonna be like,
my wife will tell me the truth.
She'll be like,
mine can't. She don't have to say no words. She just start making faces, and I'd be like, all right, I'll cut it off.
I know. She'd be like,
she
Yeah, you need.
She be jammed in. So a part comes, she.
And I know.
You
Say
need
less.
people. I'm gonna tell you who else tells me the truth. My kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll listen. Kids are honest. They'll listen.
Kids are rough.
They'll be like, "Is that you, mom?" I'd be like, "Did you like it?" My son would be like, "It was all right." And I'm like,
I need more skirt in
that
there,
they
Mom.
will.
Like,
So what do you like?
Right.
What do you do? Because it's so subjective. At what point do you stop taking the suggestions? Because sometimes if you don't stop, you won't never release something.
Yeah, you're dying.
That's almost part of the reason why I feel like every single artist should have an A&R, and that may look different. For us, it might be our wives. For a rapper, it might be another rapper. But you've got to have somebody who will listen and give you feedback unbiasedly to where you are willing to accept it and then make changes. Now, that person might have trash taste. So you also got to be able to see how that person's musical taste aligns with yours. And y'all both could be trash. And so y'all just making trash together. But at least y'all happy. And you could find your niche. And there's other people who love trash as well. So it's somebody for everybody. There's a place for everything.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Feedback is a gift. Right. So you listen to the feedback and then you determine what parts fit into the whole context of the song. Right. Sometimes people know what they're talking about. Sometimes people don't. Right. You got to get more than 3 people, though. In my opinion, I would get more than 3 people to listen, to kind of give, which is why people have listening parties.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that they can feel the room, see that, like, okay, how are they feeling? What are they doing? I like to let more than 3 people listen to the song and then collectively give me their feedback. And I go, okay, maybe this is just a one-off. So maybe that really isn't, feedback I really need to. But if I'm hearing it something consistent, 2, 3 people, then then that's something I'm going to go back and focus on. But
absolutely,
it definitely is a gift. And it's like, I don't like the way them drums sound, but they don't have a way to tell you how to improve it, how to fix it, or anything. They just, I don't like how that sound.
Right. Well, I feel like that's how you can stand out in this crowded ocean, like you said,
with crappy drums.
It's the list. Get the feedback, listen, and put out the best.
But even if you put out the best music you possibly can,
somebody ain't gonna like it.
I wasn't gonna say that. They're not gonna hear it.
That's why you got to market. That's why this is that's why I feel like the marketing. People spend so much money.
But they don't market.
And that's why I had to put myself to heart. Say, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna put out stuff for it to go to crickets. We don't market. We just want to put the song out. I think you have to decide: am I gonna be a hobbyist, where I'm just gonna put songs? Some people just want to put music out. Yeah. Like I don't really care. I just want my stuff out in the world. Marketing. That's why people spend millions and billions of dollars on it.
That's a fact.
Because if you ain't got nothing to put behind it, nobody's gonna hear it anyway, and nobody's gonna care. So we're so focused on, I got to get the song out. Do you know people push songs for years?
Well, I mean, that's what I was saying when
they push songs for years.
When he was saying the whole 2-week thing, that's what I'm like, that's the problem right there.
Yeah, that's the ocean. That's the 100,000 uploads a day. I guarantee you, of the 100,000 uploads, there's probably 1% of that's actually got a promotion plan behind that release.
Yep. People don't.
Probably 1% of 100,000 has actual plan that lasts longer. And I'm saying 2 weeks, 30 days is probably out of the question.
Let me tell y'all something. So there's a group, one of my favorite groups, called Loyalty is Timeless.
I know he's gonna say that.
Yeah. Of course, yeah, they're one of my favorite groups. Like, and these dudes aren't like famous dudes, right? They had
I bet they're good though.
They're amazing. Oh my gosh.
A lot of the good people are not. Just
these dudes are amazing, right? So they have a song. I'm gonna tell you. Look. I'm gonna go. You can tell I'm listening to Loyalty is Timeless. Why? Because boom, look, that it's right here. They right here. Called the message. Like y'all can. I'm gonna shout y'all out. Look, bam. Go get the message. The new album.
It's so funny you did that because it's somebody I want to mention when you get.
Yeah. Like. I listen to their stuff for real, but they have a song. Hold on, what's going on to my thing? They have an album that they released. When did they release it? I want to find. The reason why I'm saying it because it makes a It makes the point.
We on the same thing.
2021.
Oh, I got something else for
They
you.
released a song called "Started Off My Day Like" in 2021. These dudes are still promoting that. You can go to their Instagram right. I can guarantee if I go to their Instagram right now, I will see on their Instagram a video of them performing a Start of My Daylight. Start off my daylight. I could almost guarantee that they.
Who can I change? What can I learn? How can I earn?
It's the it's 7 hours ago.
You know what, Brian? You took exactly what I was gonna say. There's an artist that I love. I don't know if I talked to you about him. His name is Jay Howell.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know.
Lester?
Yes, Lester Pace.
Yes. So when I tell you I love Jay Howell, I'm gonna see him August the 1st. I can't wait. Every time he comes to town, I go see him. I'm a super fan. I would drive to see him. But to your point, he released his first album. It's called Red Room in 2019. It's 2026.
He's still promoting
it. He's only put out one other album. He still performs. That's a no skip album. You got to listen to it. Jay Howell, Red Room, and he has a bonus. But he just put up something like within the last day or so. He still promotes his songs. He still promotes those songs on that album. He still sells out his shows from that album. We want to just put stuff out, and in 2 weeks, that ain't even enough time. I'm sorry. To me, the only people that can put out something and get it done in 2 weeks is somebody, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, or Michael Jackson. I can't do it.
Yeah.
You don't know me. Like, Beyonce could put out bloop, 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 bloop tonight, and it's going to be number one tonight.
Number one.
Billboard number one next week.
Number one.
So, and all she's saying is bloop, 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 bloop. So, that's what I want to say. We don't want to. I think we live in such a microwave society too. We want stuff to happen quick. But it takes time for stuff to catch on. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes time, to your point, to find the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's still, and then another thing, if these celebrities, there are big superstars, if they're posting about their song more than one time, why the heck do I think I can only post about it once a week? And then my song come out Friday, and then get upset when nobody listens to it.
Who did that?
And I was guilty of that.
No. It's an actual artist who did that. A known artist who did that. He released he did a whole Instagram video about it. He put out a song, and he only mentioned it like a couple times, and that was it. And then he came back and was talking about how he wasn't
Tyler, the Creator.
No, was it Tyler?
He talked about that on an interview a couple years ago. He was like, I ain't even post about he's like, I put the album out and I ain't even post nothing about it.
Yeah, but this guy was he was a singer. I can't remember his name, but he was kind of the same story. And he was like, we got to put out, as artists, we got to put out music consistently and continue to market that same music. You mean to tell me that a song came out 5 years ago and these dudes are still promoting that song today? I can tell you that song got over 1 million something views already. That when that song went viral, that really is what put them on. I mean, they'll tell that put them on the map to go, who are these guys? And they get Outcast comparisons all the time.
Wow.
So people are like,
I gotta check them out.
Who are these dudes?
Loyalty is timeless.
Loyalty is timeless. Okay. Yes, loyalty is timeless.
Well, y'all got to check out Jay Howell too.
Oh, I know Jay Howell.
You got to check him out.
Yeah. He's R&B.
He's R&B. I mean,
he's dope.
Yeah. That first album, I'm telling you, it's no skips. And when he performs live, and that's how he separates himself too. He can actually sing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like music is supposed to move you. And when I hear this man sing, I am moved. And he sings, he's just very on point. I mean, he sounds better than the record in person.
Yeah, Lester and them did a once again, gatekeeping, artist development.
He has a team behind
artist
him.
Development. Yep. Yes. It is great that you have a guy like Lester Pace behind you.
Absolutely.
And, you know what I'm saying? To kind of help you move your career in the right
I'm sure he has to be coachable and has to listen.
Exactly.
Right.
And you got to have a good attitude. That's another thing. A lot of these, some people are like, you shouldn't be like that anyway. But I'm like, you ain't really.
Right.
Yeah.
Should you be not taking it back?
Yeah,
you don't want to,
like, man, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. This song is hot, bro.
exactly.
You don't know.
They don't want to listen. But I will say sometimes the song that somebody thought that a gatekeeper thought wasn't hot, sometimes they do end up being the song.
That's like well, I think it was Rico Love, who was like, when he heard, I think it was he was like, "There's no way Usher's gonna record this. This is trash. It's not going."
And
he was like, "I admit it, I was wrong. Like, you know, sometimes you right, sometimes you're wrong. In that case, I was wrong."
And that's why it's a trial and error.
And I think it's about following your gut too.
Yes, right. Imagine if he was A&R on it and had the final decision to say whether it was going to be released or not.
Yeah.
Follow your gut. I've learned to follow my gut and follow my. I mean, still listen, but just because it's
like
never
that song was
steered me wrong.
A smash.
Like,
you know what's
Still
crazy
is.
to me is like there's, you know, very in terms of R&B or even just in terms of vocal ability, there's very few pop or non-R&B artists that impress me, right?
Same.
But Tori Kelly is one that
for sure.
she impresses.
Yeah.
So to know that Tori Kelly sang "When I See You," which is a smash hit for Fantasia,
who can sing,
and both of them had the opportunity to have that song, you almost would assume, as great as Tori Kelly can sing, that if that song had been released on her, it probably would have had a similar reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Fantasia took it to a whole nother place. But that required somebody to say that version is not the best version. Let's see if we can get a better version. And at the end of the day, somebody had to pull the plug and say, okay, I know Tori demoed this record, but we're going to go ahead and move forward with the Fantasia version.
And that happens all the time.
And so that required some gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Tori could have been at the crib mad than a mug, like they stole my song.
Exactly.
And now 15, 20 years later, they like, trust me, we made whoever that A&R was, they made the right decision for that record.
Yeah, I don't think gatekeeping is bad.
Or they made a good decision. I won't say the right, because it could have done the same thing with Tori.
I don't think gatekeeping is bad. What I do think is bad is when you gatekeep without the intent of any development and guidance. If you just say, no, that song is trash, we're not putting that out. Like, to me, that's not the right intent. It's like, okay, that song may be trash, but how can we shape it better? Matter of fact, your boy, if he got A&R,
if he got A&R,
then he could have had once again.
Yeah,
that's the role of what an A&R does, is say, okay, that song or what you did was dope. Let's take it, let's shape it into something that could be fruitful for you, and that we can mold and develop you into this type of.
That's tough, though. That is tough, and because I have A&R projects, so I will tell you that's a tough task when you're also having to consider, everything, where this song would be placed in a project, how you could market this song, or how expensive it would be to market this song versus marketing this one, or. Sometimes you might be the A&R and you got a preference. I like how you sound when you sing this type of record versus you singing this type of record. Like, I think that My Life album had 2 up-tempo songs on it. Nobody complained because all the songs were great. The mids and the slows. I think there's 2 up-tempo songs, right? So there might be an A&R that says, no, we gotta have 5 or 6, but there's an A&R that said, or Top Dog and Diddy was like, no, we gonna go with these. These are the best songs. They fit well together. Sometimes you gotta say no. You don't always have time to coach and teach through every record, because some records ain't worth that. Yeah. Not to the entirety of what you're trying to build for that artist or for that project. So every song doesn't give you a coaching or training or learning moment. Sometimes it's, this is where we are. This is where music is. This is where we need to be. That ain't over here where we need to be.
That ain't it.
So it's a no for that. And go back.
But let's take whatever that no is.
So,
and let's make a dope song that could go over to the other side.
But the no might just be no.
It could be.
There's a lot of no's out there.
It could be. I'm always thinking about that. And then I want to talk about this last one. It reminds me of that Temptation scene with the Temptations with Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson. And he was like, they're listening to the song. He was like, "Hey, would you rather buy this song or buy a sandwich?" And they were like, "We'd rather buy the sandwich," right? And so they had to go back to the drawing board and kind of figure it out and make a better song. But once again, that is the A&R. That is the developing. Smokey moved alongside them to craft and write a new song. And boom, when they came back and listened to the song again, they were like, "Yep, that's the one. Let's go." Yeah. And so it takes that. Yeah. It takes that. Yeah, sometimes you're going to get that ain't it.
But sometimes something can be close enough to where you can go in and say, "Hey, I learned early in songwriting working with an executive where, we worked with an executive where everything we wrote, he submitted it exactly how we wrote it. He's like, man, this is great. It's a smash." It was either a yes or a no. There was no feedback, right? And then we worked with a different executive and he took us through the paces. He's like, the B section is not right. You need to change the last 4 bars of the hook. Now that's very specific.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're cultivating and you're changing the perspective of writers and you're helping them to understand things. But you can do that when you see that you have something that can be something, right? So if he had felt like maybe the song we were working on was just hot garbaggio, we would have never got to those coaching moments. And those coaching moments don't come in every song. Yeah. So it's tough for A&R, but
it is.
It usually
we need them though.
Yeah, I think we do. That piece of gatekeeping, I think, has become extremely apparent that it's necessary.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would love to say artist development should come back. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, we know.
The reality is right now, if we all got up and did the nasty dance.
What's the nasty dance?
What's that?
I have no idea. But
is that a dance?
But if I'm the label, I'm going to pick whoever's version is the best, and that's the artist I'm going to sign. Mm-hmm. I might develop that artist, but I picked them because they already did something the best out of what I was looking at, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what labels are doing. They're looking into the independent artist ocean, and they're going, okay, these fish are swimming this way, and that fish is swimming that way. I don't care nothing about them. Let me get that one that's swimming. That one already got the right idea, which is to not follow the trend that everybody else is on. So I'm going to pick that one. Now, there could have been 100 fish going this way that would have been perfect if you had given them the time, the training, the coaching, the effort. Mm-hmm. But in that moment, when you looking into the ocean and you got to pick one, you're going to pick the one that stands out in that moment. Mm-hmm. So I don't blame them for that. I get that because you want to get as close to the goalpost as possible. And so that's what they're doing. And based on the fact that there's money involved, the more talent you see, the more profit you see. Mm-hmm. When you see potential costs money. Mm-hmm. Costs money. It costs not money. Make money.
That's right.
Potential costs money. Because I could be like, you got the potential. But now I need to I get to put you with the right people. Yep. I need to get you this, spend time on training this and time on that. And I think you said something about the value of time and money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't be spending both.
You either got one or the other.
Right. So now I'm spending time and I'm spending money where another artist walks in and they already can sing and already can dance. They just need better songs. I'm going to take them.
Yeah.
Or they already got one hot TikTok moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to take them because even if there's another artist that's more seasoned and all of this, they just don't have a hot moment right now. I got to take the fastest thing swimming.
You're exactly correct.
You're right.
So I'm not saying it's right, but I understand the business perspective of it and I've experienced it.
No, you're right. I definitely agree with that, my brother. Man, let's talk about this last one.
Oh, last one. I mean, we done talked about it already.
We're gonna talk about two.
Oh man,
Ty ready to go. He's like, I'm ready to go eat.
I am ready to talk about this.
I'm ready to talk about the Samoa, everything.
I'm ready to eat. Okay, so last topic for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Young mommies. We
had 4 topics.
Yeah, I mean, we did. You want to talk about the BTS?
I don't know, but
Copyright
you said
lawsuit?
4. Then
I was looking at the time.
3. Oh, see, you looking at the time.
I want to talk
me.
about
I'm being cognizant of y'all time. You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about this spin that.
Let's talk about Spin That. Now.
Okay.
Young Miami, Spin That.
Yeah.
So Young Miami song Spin That has sparked debate over artistic freedom and cultural responsibility, with critics like India Ari arguing that music influences behavior. We'll talk about that. While supporters say artists should be free to create and listeners are responsible for what they consume, the conversation also raises questions about whether women in hip-hop face greater scrutiny than men for similar lyrical content, shifting focus from censorship to accountability and cultural influence. I am very interested in getting Candace's perspective.
Okay, so somebody, when I first heard the song, it is catchy. I will give you that. Somebody posted on one of those Instagram pages basically what you said, India Ari said, and I commented on it. And some people were agreeing with me. It got over like 1,000 likes and like all these reactions. Some people went in on me because what I said was the song is catchy, but I feel like with everything that's going on in society today, we ain't even got to get into all of that. The last thing we need to be talking about, in my opinion, and this is just me, it doesn't make it right, is we don't need to be talking about scamming folks. Not in today's society. We just don't. We just don't. To me, we can't afford to talk about that. Now, music, should we be able to talk about what we want to talk about? Of course, it's an expression. But I think also when we're in these positions as celebrities, sports figures, people of power, we also, to me, with that comes a responsibility to know that people look up to me and they go probably, especially, you know, for me, I got sense enough to know, look, this entertainment, she probably ain't even doing all this stuff. But you got some people out here that are gullible and that will be like, but is that her responsibility? No, I'm not going to say that. But for me personally, I don't think we need to be talking about that right now because to me, it's teaching these our young people. I'm just going to say it. Can I say what I really want to say?
You can say whatever you really want to say.
Especially our young Black kids. I'm just going to say it.
Whatever you want to say.
Especially our young Black kids with everything that is going on right now politically in society, all this stuff that's going on against people of color and minorities. Why are we talking about scamming? Because that ain't going to get you nowhere but locked up. And they'll be glad to do it. That's only going to get you locked up. And it just further pushes the stereotype that we are lazy, that we don't want to work hard, and that, you know, all I want to do is scam and get that. It's catchy. I have sense enough to know that, but I know I don't want my kids listening to it. I'm gonna be honest with you because they're young and they're very easily influenced. Now, should she be held accountable for what people do? No, because at the end of the day, we make our own choices. But I feel like when we have these positions of power, let's do something positive with it. We have a responsibility, I feel like. With that type of influence comes responsibility. So to me, it's a catchy song. I agree with India Ari, but she's on a whole different level psychologically to me. And this is no disrespect to Young Miami at all. I just personally, I think it's a catchy song. I just also think that with what's going on today, we need to be talking about how we gonna make some money the legal way and how we gonna rise to the top and outbeat the competition. And I'm gonna say what I want to say. How we gonna rise up as Black men and Black women, and how we're gonna raise up our Black youth. Because they have a lot against them. And I just don't think we need to be teaching them to scam so that they can be in prison.
Yeah.
That's just me.
TYE?
All right. Well, that's a tough one to follow.
So he's ready.
That's a tough one to follow. But I will say this. I think that I hate humans. And for the reasons that are very simple. So we decide who has power and who does not, right? Whether it's creatively, politically, whatever. I don't think that Young Miami has ever attempted to profess that she was a role model in any way. And I think that if you are, especially from the perspective of the young listener, right? the parent that you have, the mentors that you have, the circle of friends that you have, they will dictate the type of person that you are more so than exclusively the music that you listen to. We can go back to 1803. I mean, Clarence Carter said he be stroking. I don't know what year that was. Had to be in the 80s. And so, in the West. I mean, songs have been wild style our entire existence. And the unfortunate reality is we, especially in our Black community, we write and create based on the world that we live or the world that we see. And are we saying that there aren't no scammers? Because there are.
There are.
So I don't blame the creative process of creating a song that does speak to a culture that exists. Those who like it, they chose that. That's what they chose. Now, my daughter is 14 years old. Number one, my daughter don't like rap music like that. She might listen to some Drake or something if it come on, but she don't even care for rap music like that, which probably also has to do with the fact that her parents don't listen to a lot of rap music around her, right? So we can choose what moves the needle for us as a culture. And it's convenient that people feel a type of way about the record when there's a lot of people who didn't even know who Young Miami was before that song became as big as that song has become. It's probably her biggest song. I know they've done some other records when I think it was Yachty was writing for them that was big on their first album. But, you know, for one of the two girls from City Girls to have a song, this is probably that biggest record. She wasn't a role model before. I mean, nobody was calling her a role model when she was dating Diddy. So why is she a role model now? Like, you got to label things for what they're worth, right? So if Beyonce had a Spin That Shit song, that would probably be a little more of a problem to me, just because she does present herself in a way where she's giving back to communities. She's building things for the youth. She's creating these programs. I don't know that Young Miami's ever done any of that. Maybe she has, but I'm going to guess she didn't. And I bet Google going to back me up on that. So we anoint people who have the public attention to say they're doing something that's affecting us or a certain group of people. But I think that sometimes we give them more credit than what they truly deserve. And I think that, like I said, you can go every year and look at the top songs created by us, and there are songs that are talking about something that if we actively participated in, whether it be gun violence, whether it be running from police or selling drugs. I mean, I don't care if you Jay-Z, if you Kanye, if you Drake, all of them are saying things that are hella inappropriate.
This is true.
But it's what we choose to pull from that and say, you know, oh, we shouldn't be creating this or creating that. We all have a choice of what we choose to listen to, what we choose to entertain, what the consumers, we give power to this music. Our conversations have provoked this conversation that has now assisted in the popularity of the song.
Yeah. Because it's something right now that is drawing major attention in regards to the impact that a song like this can have on the Black community and Black culture from a hip hop perspective.
Ironically, this song more so right now fits the other side of the aisle than it does us, because they scamming.
Yes.
Politicians are scamming.
But they ain't gonna put it to them. They're gonna put it's gonna be put to us.
Yeah, but we scamming too.
We are.
Scamming.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still people out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, repay PPP loans. So it's scamming. Right now, I bet we all could pull out our phones on the count of three. It wouldn't take us 10 seconds to find what does it say? Possible spam.
This is true.
It comes up on everybody's phone. So I mean, we being scammed, or there's attempted scam right now more than probably any time I can ever remember. Right now, my dad's mailbox on his cell phone is full, and it's not of people that he knows.
It's some people.
It's people trying to sell him something, scamming. It's what's going on right now. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying
I understand
that we should be playing this song in elementary schools to teach our kids.
We're not doing
That's
that.
that was my thing.
But it is a true reflection of what is transpiring in the culture right now.
I listened to this, or I don't know if I sent you the clip. We send each other clips all the time.
Okay.
Like, hey, check this out. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if
I be sending Candace stuff all the time. Not as much.
So there's a clip. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, of this guy named Michael Smith. I think I sent it to you, and he was talking about how record labels, individuals who own record labels and control the industry, are purposely putting music on that is degrading, that is about violence. And he kind of went through this whole thing, in the video, talking about, well, how come we don't, in the white community, put songs? If the white community was talking about, would you put this song on the radio? And they were like, no. Well, what about this? We're talking about this. Would you put this on the radio? And they were like, no. They said, but what if we put this song on the radio and it was about black people and they were murdering each other? He's like, well, it depends. Right. So we're already living in a situation where you have a control system that is pushing certain content within a certain genre of music aimed at a certain demographic of individuals to flood them with music that may be what they're currently experiencing today, but it is something that is being pushed and prevalent and pushed over and over and over again.
But can I ask you this, though? Do you think that record executives went into an artist session and said, I need you to come up with a song about scamming? Or do you think they said, I need you to come up with the most demonstrative song to your culture and your group that you can come up? They push the songs that are presented. We act like the artist didn't make the song. I guarantee you there's a room now of writers that just wrote what they wanted to write. Now,
I think it's both.
Will the labels then pick
I think
those songs? They probably are picking them, but they're not literally curating those records. NWA made those records. They made F the Police.
True.
The label didn't ask them to make that. And so I don't want us to do this thing where we like,
about then.
Oh, they brainwashed us.
I'm not talking about then. I'm talking about now.
That music.
Yeah, I'm not talking about what
I don't think she writes like that.
I'm not talking about what NWA did back then. I'm talking about what they're doing now. There have been many instances. If you go back and you watch interviews of artists and people talking about these secret meetings, and there are instances where they are having these conversations about writing songs and pushing music that is degrading.
So you think they are telling writers and artists to write?
For sure.
And writers and artists are doing it.
There's
absolutely.
There's evidence. There's conversation. You can Google.
I believe that it's part of their selection process to say, and mind you, even if it's part of their selection process, we created that monster because we created the song. And now they're saying, I'm gonna put my money behind the song about scamming. Why? Because I know that this is popular in this culture. Mm-hmm. So if I put the money behind it, because come on now, that song being a Billboard #1 record, like we're not even out here listening to the radio like that. Like, stop playing.
Craft artists. They craft music. They craft.
You think they craft in Young Miami?
They to a point where they say, "Hey, this girl right here. How can we use her to kind of
respectfully? Now, she barely got a deal.
She has a responsibility for what she does.
She was on her last leg.
Here's the thing: we talked about it earlier. Somebody's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, do you want to be the person that we could push this song? You can create it, and we can help you rise. Now, City Girls wasn't really doing that much.
No, that's why I say she was on her last leg. City Girls
they
have
weren't really
gone
doing
their separate
that
ways.
much.
City Girls have gone their separate ways. They both released separate independent or separate, solo albums.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you, like, for example, JT's album don't have a hit like Spin That. So she probably gonna get dropped. It probably won't be no follow-up album.
Maybe.
I'm sure the same was gonna happen with Miami, and this record probably just guaranteed her a re-up.
But she's also getting what. Look, we're talking about it. So it's getting her the buzz.
She's getting a lot of buzz about it.
She's getting a lot of buzz about it. And I want to say this. You're right. I think my main thing was...
I'm going to come back to my point that I want to make.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I want to say this. Like, you're right about that she was never just a role model. And for anybody that can make it in this business, I'm always happy for them because it's a tough business to make it in. So I'm happy for her, I guess, continuing to have some success. But I think it goes down to having gatekeepers. What we were talking about, like my children won't be listening to that.
Yeah,
that's a responsibility.
You're that gatekeeper.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I can't blame her
right.
for this song. That's a song for adults. We know that this is just the song. I know I'm not going to go out and scam. But for those gullible people that are.
Well, no, some people think it's okay to let society raise their children. And those are the ones that are outraged because they're like, oh, the kids are going to. But look, I think my daughter could listen to that song and know I'm not doing none of that.
Exactly.
But guess what? My daughter probably has never heard that song outside of a social media post
or somewhere. So that's why I think is as a culture, it is our responsibility, or as parents, I don't expect like social media and anything to look out for my kid. That's my job. So that's what people were coming at me in the comments. It was like, well, you got to teach your own kids. I was like, I know that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But some people ain't doing that. And I think for me, it's just the damper that it puts on us as a culture. That's all I was saying.
It's tough to do that when you have the mom listening to the music and the dad listening to the music and the daughter is right there and they both on social media dancing to it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm very careful.
That becomes a very sticky situation to be in.
Literally.
That's a very sticky situation to be in.
We listen to Hits One, the pop station, and we just got to the point where we're listening to R&B.
We still listen to the Kids Bop,
K-pop. Talking about, I got my 30-year-old listening to the Kids Bop.
It's a Kids Bop. So yes, we as parents have responsibility for the music that we allow our children to listen to. It is not up to the perceived role models to be responsible,
which is insane, by the way.
It is insane.
It's insane, by the way,
because they have these platforms where they're communicating this message, and they're never held responsible for the message that they're communicating.
Oh, look, I look at it the otother way around. I see it the opposite way.
Let me finish.
No, I was just saying it's interesting that that's your perspective because I look at it the other way around.
We are
this. You know, like when you want to be a politician, like you run for that seat. You run to be.
That's right.
When you're an artist,
but it's different.
You're not running to be a role model.
You're not.
And so then you can either do things that are positive and people see them in a positive light and respect that, and either way, you're doing the things that you chose to do.
Yeah,
so if people choose to follow you, it's like, oh, you were my role model. I didn't ask for that.
Ask to be,
I didn't even know that I was your role model.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just living my life, and I may be making mistakes. And guess what? So are you.
It is
who's holding you accountable the way you holding me accountable.
It is not their responsibility to be a role model or a perceived role model for anyone.
Unfortunately, but
fortunately, it's not. It's just not for their responsibility as an artist to be a role model.
Like who's doing that? What parent is telling their kids to go find an artist to use as your role model? Who's doing that?
Well, you know, back in the day, that's how it was. I want to say pushed. You know,
that was the culture, though.
There were
celebrities are our role models. That's very unfair to them. To me,
I get that to a degree, but I feel like you didn't ask to be a role model, but I feel like it kind of come with the territory.
Well, that's what people assume, but
that's what I feel like it does because you know.
That's
for
rough,
athletes,
though.
it is rough.
What if you like fish? And you just like fish, and then people are like, I can't believe she's killing the fish. Well, like I never signed up to be the spokesperson for fish. I just wanted to make great music.
Yeah, you're not gonna please everybody, but I do feel like not just musicians. I feel like athletes. I feel like because if they didn't have any influence, if celebrities did not have any influence, not just on children but on society as a whole, why do these companies pay them millions of dollars to say, hey?
because they understand the fact that
people gonna listen to what they do.
That's right.
So that's my point.
I mean,
if I'm telling you right now, if y'all got Beyonce on here and said, I listen to the Indie Unplugged podcast, y'all gonna be everywhere that same night. Because people listen to her. So that's why I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it's right necessarily,
they just do.
But they just do. They have
That's why I don't like humans right there.
Right.
We all can agree that it don't make sense, but we have all fell subject to it at some point. We all have.
We put people on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. And for whatever perceived reason, we put that person on that pedestal. We put people on a pedestal. The issue with...
But then we burn them down when we don't agree with what they do. That's the part that's crazy. Yeah. It's like, I didn't ask to be here. Now I'm taking shots to the forehead. Wait a minute. It's like, because I love you.
So look,
I don't know you.
The issue... I'm going to finish my point. The issue with this whole young Miami thing, right?
She's a mommy too.
But then that should be even more of a consideration of the type of music you're doing, knowing that your daughter is going to end up listening or seeing.
This is the consideration.
So it's money. But
the money is the consideration.
But here's the thing, right? So when I heard about this, I'm a research person. I will go and research the heck out of something to find out all of what I need to know. So the issue that people have is not necessarily the song; it's the celebration of what is being discussed.
Yeah, it's a glorifying of a culture of people who are doing
scamming
things that are
boosting,
illegal
and legally acquiring wealth through these illegal means. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that gets me, and I'm gonna use your phrase. It's why I hate humans. This is why right here. What is the difference? What is the difference? So the issue is that they are celebrating and glorifying boosting, scamming, and illegal ways to acquire wealth. What is different between what is happening today and what was happening in the 90s and the early 2000s? When we had rappers rapping about pushing drugs, robbing each other, killing each other, right? Committing burglaries and armed robbery and doing all these different things in their music. But I once again told you I'm a research guy, right? So that was one of the questions I was like, well, what is really different about this? And the big difference is that even though they talked about these topics in their music, it was always a point where it was always talking about the downside of what was going to take place, or the negative consequence of it, or they never really truly glorified it. They were just promoting, here's what's happening, what we see out of our window, and this is what's taking place. What's different between then and now is that we have a culture that celebrates and is promoting and is telling other people to go do these same illegal activities to acquire wealth. Now, scamming and boosting and stealing and reselling, that has always been there. It has always been there. You've always had people who stole and committed armed robbery and sold it for profit, to acquire their wealth. I mean, we have movies about all of these different things happening, right? I saw the video. Maybe I shouldn't have seen the video, but I saw the video and I'm like, oh, this is stripper culture right here, right? I remember there was a conversation.
Strippers probably would take offense to that.
You can take offense to whatever. It is a stripper like, look at the video. It literally reminded me of Players Club. It reminded me of a conversation that I heard Cardi B have where she admitted to robbing people and scamming people when she was a stripper. It's on the Googles. You can Google that, right? She admitted it. So scamming and committing these illegal activities have been there for I don't know how long it's been in, but it's been there from time. Maybe the 90s.
Probably even before then, but definitely.
Yeah. And it's not only our culture that does it.
Right.
But it is the culture that is promoting this activity, and that is telling other people that they should do the same illegal methods of acquiring wealth. But we've been doing it for a long time. This is not the first. I mean, I wish I could pull up the conversation with the interview with Cardi B where she talked about this. I mean, there have been known things of people drugging people. I mean, it was on the news. The two ladies, there was two ladies. They ended up drugging some guy they met in Las Vegas, took him up to the room, killed the dude, and stole all his stuff.
Yeah, that's like when Rick Ross lost his Reebok contract because he had the song where he basically said something about putting something in somebody's drink.
And in that same video that I saw with that guy, Michael Smith, he talked about that. He said, y'all think that Rick Ross was, just banned? He said he went off script. He said he went off script, and that's why people were upset. It's not the fact that he was talking. He said he went off script from what they said on what they were trying to keep them on. And once you go off script, now they're going to come and attack you. Now they're going to, and we've seen this happen. How many times have we seen, and I don't know if this is dealing with this, have we seen a celebrity that goes off script and all of a sudden there's allegations that come against them? All of a sudden, buku people come out saying, yeah, this person did this and this person did this to me. And they're like, yeah, they said because that person went off script from what they agreed that they were going to, which is why I made that statement about, yes, I do believe that they actually manufacture and have people talk about this because they know somebody, either you're going to do it or we're going to get somebody else to do it. So when you rather be the one to do it, sure, because you know what? Somebody is going to do it.
I don't know. I would be surprised. I mean, I've been around quite a while, and that's something that I've never heard or experienced. And I even looked at like the credited writers on the record. She's one. There's 4, I think. She's one. The producer is one, and then there's 2 other guys. One of those 2 guys is Verse Simmons. So this wasn't like a room of first-time writers that were told you either write about this right here or, you never write again. Or these are people who, the producer's Jay White. He got Beyonce hits. Like he don't. So I think that's hard pressed to say that would have been a room of people that would have just took a mandate. Hey, we need a song about XYZ. And they would have, I don't think they would have had to. Anything that she put on a Jay White track, they would have accept. But and so that's what I'm saying is they may be picking the songs that they're gonna push.
That could be true.
However, we created it though. They didn't. I don't believe that labels and executives are telling us what to create. I do think they are choosing what to promote, but it's being provided to them by us.
I agree. Like I said, I think bottom line for me is don't expect music, video games, or none of that stuff to raise your kids. But or to dictate your life and what you do in social media. But I do think that we have to be aware that it does, in a sense, and that it can, and it's a catchy song.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll catch myself spin that. But I'm grown. And I know that I'm not going to go out scamming nobody.
Right.
Now, my kids not listening to that. I'm very careful about what I listen to with them. Like, we listen to mostly gospel and, like, just, like you said, like, I'll try to find, like, the clean, the clean stuff. But, so, I'm not attacking her. And I do think there is a double standard because nobody says anything about even the men now that's talking about the stuff they doing. Like, so why is everybody trampling off at her?
I think in this scenario, just to be fair, in this scenario, the song's a hit, and it's talking about scamming. So,
which people
I mean, there's guys out there. To your point, they're writing entire albums that are about killing people and robbing people, but none of those songs end up being Billboard records.
Yes,
the difference in this being a Billboard record is, anytime you hear the word Billboard or media base, there was a substantial amount. Of capital put behind that record.
Absolutely.
It was not just, hey, that was a great song.
No, it was money.
Executives made a conscious and fiscal decision to promote and push that song in order for it to get to that point. Now, they always say, and there's interviews out there where they talk about there's sort of a benchmark, right, where you can put X amount of dollars into a song, but if the song is no good, it's still only going to go as far as that dollar will take it. In order for it to break through to, true hit level, the song has to just truly be a good record in addition to the financial backing.
Absolutely.
But to that point, this particular song, that spin that part is very catchy. And so this is now become a legitimately a catchy or well-received record beyond just what they spent on the record. And they probably only spent that money after they saw some motion.
Saw some motion on it. I just think that if you are, just please explain, even just not with this song, but I think it's really important to explain to people, adults too, because some of them don't live in reality. This is just entertainment. Don't get
but it's not.
Well,
though.
When I say entertainment,
it's real.
It is real. But when I say entertainment, this is what I mean. Don't go do this because these people are saying it. Because
it's not
you don't know what type of life these people are living.
It's not like the soundtrack to your life.
That's what I'm trying to say.
like don't that. Oh, she said scam. Okay, let me go scam.
I'm finna go figure it out.
Don't get caught up in that. Is what I'm saying. Because a lot of times these people just trying to make money. They ain't doing this stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing about humans. We're such sheep sometimes. Like we take things literal that shouldn't be, and then things that we should take literal we don't.
Some people will.
Yeah, I mean, there's songs about scamming and boosting that literally spell it out play by play, step by step in detail. So these people are really out here doing it, these types of things. And I don't know if Young Miami is out here really doing this, but the issue is that it's glorifying it.
It is glorifying.
But we had songs that was glorifying drugs and murder and
that's every day.
Just don't listen to it if you don't want to.
And sex and rob. I mean,
exactly.
But that's the thing. We have control over what we listen to. Mm-hmm. Will I personally listen to that song? No. But I'm stuck in the 90s and early 2000s. So
but even if you look at it that way, we all said we like Silk. Was it appropriate for us to be in middle school and high school listening to Let Me Lick You Up and Down?
It was not.
Y'all.
But
it was not.
And I can't even say
till you say stop.
I can't even say, but we just listened. We didn't do it. I can't say that.
I didn't do it.
I mean, at some point we all did it.
I didn't do it.
Like, girl, hey, remember what they said? That Silk song? Yeah, I'm about to show you real quick.
So, I mean, think about it. Even for us back then, especially in the 90s, soundtracks were huge. So not only did we have the music, but we had a visual to go with the music.
Of course.
Like we know what we should be doing when you hear a certain song because we remember that scene in the movie and what they was doing.
My song was Red Light Special.
See?
And I was 7. Yeah, and I was like 7. I saw Chili's part. And I was just talking about that last week. I said, I had no business singing this.
We had no business singing a lot of
songs. And knew all of it, too.
Yeah, the other day I was with my in-laws, and this song came on. I don't know the name of it or anything, but I was sitting there thinking, oh, my God, we should not be listening to this right now. And the song don't have no words.
Oh,
it's like... It's the song from the sex scene in Boys in the Hood, and it's on the soundtrack. It's when Cuba Gooding and
Nia Long. Okay,
and there's no words in that. But I only associate that song in my mind with that scene.
Because you've seen the
scene
and
heard the song. So I'm sitting there with them, and they like, oh, who sings this? I'm like, oh, my God.
But to you, it has a context.
It has a different context.
But to them, it has no context.
Right, yeah.
That's like if you sat back and you listened and you heard, what's it called? Motions in Love? What's the song?
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Like you hear that song, you like, that song is already like that's the kind of song that, but we only have a context to The song, right? You're right. There's songs we should not have been listening to.
Yeah,
when
and
we
that's
were growing
for every
up.
generation.
But
Absolutely.
But what you do with that is what you choose to do with that.
But
And
the
I get those
song-
parents that only want a part-time parent are afraid that the music is doing the other portion of the parenting.
But the
I
song
get
wasn't
that.
glorifying it though. The song, I mean, even though they were, was it?
See, and that's my thing about people saying a song glorifies something. Like,
I'm like, was it?
Any song that is
Mentioning,
expressing,
I know what you're gonna say,
any sentiment. If you are repetitively listening to that song, then you could say that song is glorifying whatever that scenario, whatever that emotion, whatever that lyric. It's If you wrote a song, why do we sing songs? When you sing songs in church, what you doing?
I'm glorifying the Lord.
Right. So when I sing a song about sex, what am I doing? I'm glorifying the sex.
I'm telling you
when
about
I sing a song about scamming, I'm glorifying the scam. I don't know why we've attached glorified to every song.
Because
some people just singing about what they experienced. They're not trying to say it's good or bad. They just saying they experienced it. But that's what we attach to.
But that's
it's a label of glorification.
Is representing something in a way that makes it appear more splendid, important, or excellent than it truly is.
Mm-hmm. Till
extolling
you say
or
stop.
worshiping someone or something.
Let me play.
Yeah, but
make you real hot.
But we wasn't glorifying it though.
Well, I don't know nothing about that, the sex and all that, but I do want to be real hot.
But I don't think we were glorifying it, celebrating it.
How is it not?
Putting in a telling what they were doing.
Putting in a in a space.
Do all the things.
Yeah, I don't
you want me to do.
I think it was descriptive. I don't think it was glorifying it though. That to me,
That's interesting. That's an interesting perspective.
I don't think it was glorifying. It was very descriptive of what was taking place.
It was telling a story.
But so you never made a playlist?
I got tons of playlists.
A playlist.
What kind of playlist?
That list.
I don't have that list.
I know I'm not the youngest person here. I'm not.
I made a list.
I got a
list. You know what I'm talking about. That list. Like, I'm gonna put this one on.
Like when we get in the mood, I'm putting this on.
That's
like, we
right.
about to make some babies.
And you know why you put them songs on that playlist?
Because it puts you in the mood.
Because it glorified the emotion and the moment.
And it gets
that's right.
That's what he's saying. It is making it appear more splendid or important.
That's exactly what it's doing in that moment.
I don't know about that. What? I don't know if it's glorifying it.
They're
not saying freak me, baby.
I agree with Brian.
They're not saying freak me, baby. Ugh, that's nasty. Freak me, baby. Ooh, I don't even like that. He going, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You telling me that's not glorification?
I think they're trying to tell you what to
feel all right now, baby. If you let me come
that's
inside.
Right.
I'm like, yo, that's got double meaning right there, bro. Because
he was crazy.
Because he was outside trying to get in.
I told you the other song, the As Yet joint, when my man said, yeah, where was I? Where was I?
I was inside of you.
Oh, okay. That's wild.
And I should have been listening to that. I used to love that video, too.
I mean, he said it, though. You know,
that's
while
wild.
making love to you. I saw the sun, the stars, the moon, the galaxies.
Yeah, so now you got your,
I saw everybody.
You got your
everything.
So you got your middle school son. He done heard the song and he liked this girl so much. And she said she liked that song. He's singing her the song.
Okay, look, you may be right in some context because that's what we were used to write. Like, yeah, girl, remember they said, yeah, let me lick you up and down.
That's what I'm about to do to you.
Saying right here.
Okay, well that song just
girl.
Say say less. Yeah,
say less.
Turn that song on.
Let me show you what's up. Now, it was glorifying sexual activity.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll say that.
Come on now.
Glorifying sexual activity.
Yeah,
sexual
activity.
I mean, but then that's the thing. I mean, you got to go back in Marvin Gaye's sexual healing. It was glorifying, you know.
I mean, I was trying to figure out what whippopill was.
You know what whippopill is.
I mean, I was in middle school.
I just figured it out right now.
That's just
you playing.
You were today's old.
You was today years old.
I love that song. I have just an innocent mind.
That's just like Reasons.
My man said, "Whip it on me."
Whip it on me.
He did say that.
Yeah. All that sweet something. What he said?
Sweet
loving.
You
got
on me. Yeah.
Come on and whip it on me. Better than love.
I love that song. Wow. I love that song.
You got it.
More so, which
it just wasn't as overt as it is today.
I was gonna say it's actually ironic because they talk about like birth rates and all of that are down right now, mostly because the world is trash, but also because
we ain't got no real
think about there's no great love
baby making music like
there's
that.
no baby making music. Like we're thinking about all these songs.
Yeah,
they don't even make.
They don't
a handful of those songs. I mean, there are still writers that are intentionally writing that way, but even think about what was the top R&B songs of the year. What were they like? Folded.
Yeah, that's all. Come get your clothes. Yeah, I got them folded for you.
That's all people gonna hear is the come pick up your clothes, even though it is about the potential of a relationship coming back around.
But it ain't that.
It ain't. I'll make love
90s.
to you.
It's not that 90s
it's
R&B.
Not that I'll make
it's
love
not that
to you.
Jodeci. I wanna freak you.
Yeah. And Jodeci started out clean at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even Boys and Men with I'll make love to you.
I mean, but that's
like you want me to.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a love
my dudes
song.
Was getting in trouble trying to hold you tight all through the night. Boy, you got to be home at 10 o'clock. So how you gonna do that?
And what was mad trippy about it, on their first album, they had the song Ooh Ah, but they were still teenagers singing it. And they were like, wild. We don't know nothing about this. And because, they told the story that Mike called them up, was like, hey, make a song called Ooh Ah, and get to it. And they were like, what do we know about making people go ooh ah? Like, we know nothing about this.
Yeah.
So get to writing it, though.
Yeah.
And it was a smash hit that they...
It was. It wasn't a smash
Nate wrote
hit,
it.
I think
Nate had to write. I think he had to write it because he was the oldest. He was the older.
That's funny.
No. I
thought Wanye was the oldest.
Wanye wrote. No, Nate's older. Nate's the oldest. Okay. Yeah. So I'm a boys' man.
I know.
Yeah, Nate's oldest. So when I think Wanye, I think he had to write it. Wanye or Sean wrote it. Somebody wrote it. But when they left and they heard when they came back, because Nate was like, I'm putting that stuff on it. And they came and they were like, what's this? This is the song we doing? Like, the love I have right next to me is here and always will be. I'm caressing your body emotionally as you will feel and will receive. Like, why can we go all the way to the top, the fullest extreme? They were like, what the heck are we talking about?
They still kind of kept it clean. They wasn't saying, let me lick you.
But today's R&B is real about, girl, get over, let me bend your back.
Yeah.
I remember listening to my wife and I used to share like an office space. And I was listening to a Tank song.
Oh, you can't do that.
I can't do that.
I love Tank.
And in this song, she was like, my wife was like, did he just say something about her friend and putting her friend up against the backboard or something? I was like, no, I don't think that's what he said. She was like, no, I think that's what he said. So we rewound the song. He did. He was like, yeah, your friend comes in the backboard, can't breathe or something. Like, I'm giving it to you. And it's like,
yeah, he's got some wild joints too.
He does.
But again,
we got wild songs out here.
And so to be picking and choosing which ones we just gonna be outraged over.
You're right.
Is tough to do.
That's tough to do.
But we do it all the time,
we
right?
Do.
These things repeat themselves. There's always a song every once in a while we just get outraged about. When reality is you can find 15 songs that are basically similar or worse than that song.
But they're not Billboard hits like you said though.
And that's the part. That's part of the issue.
Sometimes they are.
Because we had whole Two Live Crew.
I was gonna say Two Live Crew. Luther Campbell's still living off of that publishing.
Still
off of that same publishing.
Still.
So,
hey, pop that. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, and them songs
and
were wild.
They were. That's not a good song.
Wild.
They were. I'm not gonna say it's not a good song.
Me So Horny.
Me So Horny was a song.
And that song got played on BET
everywhere
all day long. They played it during the rap section. They played it on Yo MTV Raps. They played it on BET Jams.
But here's the thing, though. Nobody in the context of this entire argument, discussion, controversy about Young Miami's Spin That have an issue with any of the sexual promiscuity that's in the video. Nobody's saying, "Oh,
sex sales."
It's a stripper. It is stripper culture. Sorry, y'all. Like, look at the video. Like,
but it's a lot of videos that are
true.
like that. So
that's true. I mean, but it's yo. I did find.
I think
it.
the only reason this song is an issue is because it's a Billboard hit.
Yeah, I did find it though, because
which is kind of unfair to her because she like, dang, I finally got a hit record by myself.
And you can't.
And all this other goofiness.
I don't think she really care.
You can't tell me. You can say what you want to say.
Maybe.
It's stripper culture, right? I pulled up the quote from Cardi B, right, where she talked about she would lure men from lure men. Yeah, I know my son is over there doing the behind the scenes joint. He about to hear some stuff. I've been to many strip clubs, bruh. Like, I understand the strip club culture. I may not have been to no Magic City, but I've been. I used to be in the military, so we went all over. I've been to a many strip clubs.
Strip clubs with ugly women on the pole.
I done been to strip clubs with ugly women, beautiful women, black women, white women, Hispanic women. I done been to strip clubs in Germany and Mexico and the United States. And so I done seen some stuff in the strip clubs, right?
You have.
Yeah.
I done been to a lot of strip clubs. I done spent a lot of money in the strip club before. I know, son, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I've been there, right?
Yeah. Shout out to whoever decided to put the ATM in the strip club. That was the worst.
They wrong. That's the worst.
That's the best worst idea.
That was the best
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah,
they're like, you need some more bread. Boom, there's another ATM. Like,
y'all
and it ain't one, just one. It was two. If you go to a strip club, that's a big one.
Yeah.
There's two.
Yeah.
Like Mexico has like huge. You think they get Magic City is huge. The strip clubs, they huge. I mean, they huge.
It was crazy.
And you're like, yo, what? You can just go to this area, this strip, go to this area, and you can get your flavor. Bro, it's crazy.
That's wild.
But anyway, y'all know strip club culture. I don't care if you hate me.
When you said strip club in Mexico, the first thing that came to my mind was I wonder what it smells like in there. But go ahead.
Tortillas.
I
Tortillas.
I hope so, but that's kind of messed up. That's kind of like it's kind of jacked up to say, but I was kind of thinking that though.
It is strip club culture. I don't care what y'all say. Cardi B said, I had to go to strip clubs. I had to go. Oh yeah, you want to F with me? Yeah, let's go back to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. So you can't tell me. Y'all know y'all.
Imagine being the dude that knows that he got robbed by Cardi B.
That's the girl who robbed me. How she up here talking about some and all that? Yeah, no, it is. They can say whatever they want to say. You know,
yeah, I'm
putting myself through nursing school. That's why I'm doing it.
It's some that ain't doing.
I know it ain't all. I know it's not all. I'm not saying it.
And that's why I said some would take offense. But yeah, there's probably a fair
take offense.
Share.
I don't care. I'm 51. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, it's a fair share.
I got too many grades to care what another person says about something.
I wish as a culture, though,
me too.
We had that same energy around things that we want to assign. Like, we just assigned to her that she made this song and it's going to help tear down the culture. Like,
somebody assigned it.
What do they call it? Selective rage?
Oh, yeah, selective outrage. Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's so many.
We do it all the time.
So many things. Like, at this point, when you even look at how much terrestrial radio influences the culture, it probably is at an all-time low. Like, we used to know DJs by their names. Yeah. Like, most of them DJs that we know by name, they're not even on the radio no more. So that's not even a huge thing. It used to be like on the weekends, you would immediately turn your radio on Friday because you know they gonna play it. Who does that anymore? Our kids are not doing that. Most of them not even listening to the radio at all, much less.
My kids don't listen to the radio, period.
Yeah, only if they're in the car. Like, we literally was listening to the radio at the house. Then nobody's doing that anymore. You listen to the radio.
I'm listening to my playlist.
So even the fact that it's a Billboard hit, what does that even mean in 2026? Because we're not listening to the radio at the same level or magnitude that we were in 99 if it was a Billboard hit.
So how did it get to a Billboard hit? How if we're not listening to the radio, either you have to lower the bar or you have to.
Well, the bar automatically lowers itself technically because the Billboard is designed based on sales, based on both physical and
streaming.
Streaming plays a very small portion of the Billboard equation, but it's small comparatively. But with that being said, it's kind of like it's only a big deal if we say it's a big deal. If we say it's not, then we can spend more time figuring out how we can get more teachers in classrooms. And
this song has sold over 500,000 units.
That's
landing it number one on both mainstream R&B and hip hop airplay and rap airplay charts. It confirms it as the major summer hit.
It is. But even at half a million, that's great. I'll say that's great.
Yeah, like,
but it's not
like y'all. I mean, who bought
saying a lot?
I mean, it can't just be a purchase. These units have to be.
It's from radio spins. The majority of it is radio.
Yeah. It gotta be. Yeah, it can't just be.
I'm pretty sure you can look it up. I feel like you and I have looked it up before. What factors into, or
I think so.
I read it somewhere. What factors into a Billboard charting? Because there's independent artists out there right now saying that Billboard told them that their songs weren't eligible because of how they got either their streams or.
Look, here we go. I'll tell you, it comes from digital downloads, one permanent digital purchase, like buying the track on iTunes or Amazon equals 1 unit. Y'all did y'all actually purchase the digital download? On-demand audio streams, 150 plays on subscription services equals 1 unit. And on-demand video streams, 150 views of an official music video or official audio clips on platforms like YouTube or Vivo equals 1 unit. So that means technically, if we're marketing and pushing a record, we could put money behind video and audio streams.
And it can count.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that 500,000 people are listening to it. It couldn't really mean that they put money behind it to push it in a way that
what you said earlier
gets you to 500,000 units by putting money behind on-demand audio and on-demand video streams.
Just what you said earlier. If it's on Billboard, you know it was some bread behind it.
Yeah, had to be.
These three metrics, when they are tallied up, and when they are tracked by Illuminate, they then add up to this 500,000 threshold, and the song is officially gold.
So now that's in terms of its overall sales, not necessarily its Billboard charting. That's sales. That's sales, not Billboard. That's different.
The sales,
because Billboard also encompasses the media base. But yes, it takes
all three
150
metrics are tallied
purchases to make
by Illuminate
one copy.
Yeah, because Illuminate is the company that actually tracks.
Yes,
and so, and they are the ones who indicate that. Well, it's between them and RIAA. Once it reaches 500,000 units, calculated under the formula set by RIAA, then they establish it as a gold album. Or a single. So, yeah. But once again, you could put money if you got that. If the labels heard it and they were like, "Yes, this song is going to be something that's amazing,"
they could put the money behind it.
Let's put this bread behind this and let's push this. I mean, we talked about it. We can get ready to get up out of here. But we talked about it where we've heard conversations where who was it? Young Thug. Who was it that put up the
how Young Thug said that they recorded one of his prison calls where he's on the phone with somebody and he told them that he spent the $50,000 that was needed in order to ensure that Gunna's album would be #1 on Spotify for first week release.
See? So it's kind of not a level playing field in that sense, because if you got the money, even if the music ain't good.
But that's why I said ocean versus they in a puddle.
Yeah.
We in the ocean.
We know it's not. So yep. Candace, it was great having you on here.
I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm coming back.
Actually, there was a different perspective, different energy, different takes from your side.
If you'll have me, I'm coming back.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, we told you we are in the market of looking for a female co-host to give the estrogen, not the testosterone. You know what I'm saying?
Here I go.
And you don't live too far from here. So you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be like 13 minutes to get here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So if your every other Fridays is free, if you want to only do the in person, every other Fridays is free. Bam.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
We good. But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all being here. Once again, we are the Indie Unplugged. Thanks for tuning in. Are we the Indie Unplugged? Yes, we are the Indie.
The Indie Unplugged.
Indie Unplugged.
Go
the number one podcast for the independent music creator.
See, look at you. Influencing.
You know what? We out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, bye. Peace. Bam, bam, bam.
I will catch myself saying, spin that.
I don't see